Another utility is seeking to raise rates, and we'll take a look at a Paintsville Independent Schools project awarded millions of dollars in grant funding. I'm Nick Collum, and this is the Mountaintop Daily. Kentucky Frontier Gas is the latest utility seeking to raise rates, filing an application to increase residential customer bills by 33%. Kentucky Frontier grew out of the former East Kentucky Utilities in Floyd County and grew to acquire more than a dozen small gas utilities in 14 counties. Now the company is seeking to raise rates to generate an additional $1.1 million. If approved, residential and small commercial customers would see their base charge rise from $13 to $25 and the gas rate rise 4 cents per 100 cubic feet. Combined with a cut to some surcharges, the average residential bill would rise from nearly $35 to more than $46. The average small commercial bill would rise from $61 to more than $77. The PSC will now review the application and determine whether to approve, reject, or alter the proposed rates. Last week, Paintsville Independent Schools was awarded a grant of more than $2.5 million for continued development of the district's STEAM Center, which is expected to provide cutting-edge training in scientific, technical, artistic, and vocational fields. Robin spoke with the superintendent to learn more about it.
This past weekend at the SOAR Summit in Pikeville, Paintsville Independent Schools was awarded $2.6 million through the Abandoned Mineland Economic Revitalization Program to help with the construction of their STEAM Center, a project that's been in the works since 2023.
We have purchased on Main Street here in downtown Paintsville, we purchased the old, what people call the old Family Bank building. Last year we did demolition to the inside of that space, so it's just a big shell right now. And we currently have out to bid the roof and the front and the back facade.
The STEAM Center will free up space in the existing elementary and high schools and allow students to focus on specific subjects.
So what we're hoping to do with this building here on Main Street is free up some instructional space in both the elementary and the high school by incorporating into the space on Main Street. We want to have a place where we can do science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And so that will incorporate, we have a lot of folks who do engineering pathways. So we want to be able to come here and do engineering pathways. We want to be able to come here and do health pathways where people can do future healthcare work, whether that means being a doctor or a nurse or a technician of some kind in the healthcare industry. We'll have those classes here.
Auksher said there isn't a projected completion date yet, as they are still gathering bids for construction.
We do hope that that happens in the next couple of years. We do hope to have the roof and the storefront for both the front and the back of the building completed within the next 6 months or so. And so we're looking forward to that. And once we get that envelope kind of done, then we'll really hit hard on the design and construction for the inside. But we're hoping to get that done just as quick as we can.
Reporting from Mountaintop News, I'm Robin Tillman.
Coming up after the break, a new novel set in Pikeville could be your next read. We'll meet the author when the Mountaintop Daily continues. But first, sports and weather.
For this Mountaintop Sports Report for Thursday, I'm Brittany Rowe reporting. Mountaintop Sports will have boys All-A semifinal soccer action tonight at Bob Amos at 8 p.m. as Pikeville faces Paintsville. Tune in to the game on Mountaintop TV, our free Mountaintop TV app, and our Mountaintop Sports Facebook page. On Football Friday, Mountaintop Sports will have coverage of 2 area football games. Belfry will host Johnson Central at Haywood Stadium at 7:30 p.m. and Pirate fans and Eagle fans can listen to the game on the Mullet 96.5 FM. Pikeville will host Rival Raceland. Fans can watch the game on Mountaintop TV, our free Mountaintop TV app, Mountaintop Sports Facebook page, or listen to the game on 93.1 WDHR. Kickoff is set for 7:30 from Hillard Howard Field. On Saturday, the Kentucky Wildcats will face SEC foe Ole Miss at 3:30 p.m. and Cat fans can listen to the game on 93.1 WDHR. For the latest area high school and college sports news, remember to check us out at mountain-topsports.com or like and follow us on Facebook, X, and on TikTok. Reporting for Mountain Top Sports, I'm Brittany Rowe. Have a great Thursday, sports fans.
When the government took Social Security away from honest Eastern Kentuckians, Attorney Ned Pillersdorf got the hearings declared unconstitutional. When the women guards were harassed at Little Sandy Jail, Ned fought back, securing a $1 million verdict at trial. And when the state tried to shut down Cordia School, Ned fought back and kept the school open. Attorney Ned Pillersdorf fights for the underdog, and he's ready to fight for you.
Where do all the phone chargers go? No one knows, but at Appalachian Wireless, we've got all the backups you'll ever need. The cords, the blocks, the car chargers, power banks, even screen protectors and cases. So stock up now so your phone is always protected and stays connected. Right now it's buy one, get one 50% off. So what are you waiting for? Go into your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location to see how you can get connected and stay protected for less. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Just from its name alone, we know there will be local interest in a new book. In the novel Pikeville, author Dan Conti writes about a death investigation in 1924. And while it's a work of fiction, the book explores a number of issues that were considered pertinent then as well as now. Sheldon caught up with the author today to learn more about it.
Journalist turned author Dan Conti has just released his second novel, Pikeville, and visited Pike County Thursday to promote the book in the county where it's set. Pikeville is an historical novel inspired by events occurring a century ago in the town.
I got the idea to do the book last year. I was on a website that featured things that happened 100 years ago on that day. And on July 19th, 2024, I noticed that they had this article about a Ku Klux Klan rally in Pikeville. I got interested in that, and I started doing research on the topic, and I became real interested in the coal industry too, and the book developed from that.
Conti says the book is a mystery novel revolving around the murder of a coal miner who washes up on the shores of the Big Sandy River.
It's a classic mystery story. There's a body that washes up on the shores of the Big Sandy, and the sheriff takes a look and decides that there is something suspicious. He didn't think it was a drowning.
Conti thoroughly researched the novel, leading him to discover the rich history of Pikeville along the way.
I discovered so many wonderful things about Pikeville when I was researching the book. Pikeville was the site of one of the very first racially integrated cemeteries in the entire country, which was started by, I think, Colonel John Dills. And I think Dills Cemetery is still here in Pikeville. This is where Colonel James A. Garfield camped. He was sent here to drive the rebels into Virginia, and he did. Pikeville was booming then. It had coal, and the Industrial Revolution was in full tilt, and that coal was needed for so many things. So the coal companies couldn't get the coal out of the ground fast enough to supply all the people who wanted it. And so there were some really heroic things done by people from Pikeville. I had the makings of a pretty intriguing story.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Sheldon Compton.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Nick Collin for Mountaintop News.